guys, and we're just going and doing the chit chat thing because we're making geese, and like we already know how to make geese. Geese is old hat for us.
What's a goose?
Geese,
I've never heard of a
geeses,
goose.
geeses. We are making the geeses,
Goose.
geeses.
There's another one in there too. I always forget that I muted. I was like, oh, should I hide the label? And then Laura's like, where'd you find that? I'm like, in your fridge. I helped myself because it's 2 hours before.
And the
I
8,
could just
2 and 3/8 inch squares are for the like smaller geese, right?
Hang on. Because this one I just kept wrapping my head around. So this is
Oh yeah, that's the little guy.
this is the little guy, and this is the 4 1/4 inch ones for this piece for the center, and then the outer ones are the 2 3/8.
Okay, perfect.
No wait.
So when I do this, I'm just gonna iron the opposite of how she says to be living.
Yes, the first
Okay.
time. And then the second time, it should be like obvious which way you should iron.
Okay.
And if it's wrong, you just flip it. The problem with the first ironing is that once you know, it's too late because you've already
It
stitched
should
it
look
down.
like that. Both pieces going away from the center.
Even if your background fabric is lighter?
Doesn't matter because the way
Oh.
these seams lay, they have to lay like this to get a flat seam. Color is
Okay.
irrelevant.
All right.
I always get confused that she does the math for us for like doubling it. And I'm always like, these numbers are insane. And then I'm like, oh, wait, it's 2 squares. Never mind.
Side note, did I tell you guys that I made half square triangles for that baby quilt that I made my own design for? And I did my own math for the half square triangles. And I was right.
I support that. Well
Good
done.
job.
Only because I saw that chart and I know that you just add 7/8.
Yeah. Yeah. It is easy math. I was not going to rain on your sunshine.
There, and that's his quilt from last year, I do
Because
believe.
I'm like, that looks like a quilt, but it's moving.
Yeah, that's his block of
And
the
I'm
month
like,
on
is
his
there
chair
a
from
dog
last year.
underneath that moving?
Oh, this?
No, but that's last year's block of the month.
Oh,
It
wow,
is.
that's-
Yay.
hey,
So
I
good.
recognize that fabric.
I know.
Is Frank going to join?
Hey, is Kyle joining?
Kyle.
Now that we're like an hour in. What
I
did we
have
scare
texted-
Kyle away?
I have texted Kyle about when does he want to meet me? When can I bring him the sewing machine? And he hasn't responded. I think he wants hobbies, but he may not be like actually ready for hobbies. I'm unsure. I know he's busy.
I
On
think
a
it's that.
somewhat related issue, we briefly discussed, I believe, in Snapchat about moving back a week for the
Project Monday.
Yes. Are we all in agreement on that, or are we good with that?
What is
Very.
the?
What is it?
I mean, I am, but
Side
like, I
Project
can't.
Sunday, the flamingo paper piecing. We're not doing it this Sunday, especially
Okay.
because it's Father's Day. We
Yeah.
will do it the following Sunday.
Okay.
Oh, that works.
It turned out it kind of messed me up with Father's Day as well because I now have something at like 7 o'clock in the evening that's not Father's Day, and I was like, how am I going to squeeze that in between Side Project Sunday and a Zoom meeting? Oh no.
I'm gonna learn
Okay, 2 3/8.
things to ponder. Side note, Alicia, I don't know if you heard me say this about the patterns at the Annie craft store online. It's not by Annie, it's different.
It is.
But my coworker was like, if you buy a pattern booklet, if you buy 3 of them, they have a promo code and you get them for $1 a piece.
Oh,
So
wow.
I bought 6 of them this morning.
Both of you to think that anybody on the face of this earth has time enough to do 6 of those patterns. Because that took me like 17 years to do that one.
Hear me out. One of them is actually quilting basics for your regular machine with quilting patterns and designs. One of them is quilting basics for the long arm, which
you need that. You need that desperately.
One of them is serging projects to learn how to use your serger with all of the different functions available.
Ooh. I didn't know you had a serger.
I do have a serger. My mom bought it, and my mom bought it, and she was so excited because she had to have a serger. Like, it was this big deal.
I feel like you are throwing her under the bus right now.
I love it, and I love my mama, but she made such a big deal about that serger, and I remember the box being open. I inherited it, and I opened it to use it a couple years ago, and that thing still had all of the blue plastic tape on it. It had
Whoa! Oh my goodness.
She never used that thing once. So it is a brand new serger that I have.
Perfect.
Wow.
Have you used it?
I have used it several times, and before I even allowed myself to use it, I forced myself to unthread it and rethread it all by myself.
Wow.
Ooh,
Also, you know how
4 different threads.
you now have a thing on how to use it too.
My mother has a serger, and so she never has to actually rethread it. What she does if she has to change the thread in it is she'll just like cut the tops and tie them and pull them through.
And that's what it says you can do. So I don't ever have to learn how to change it, but I wanted to know how to. But yes, ultimately, just tie a knot in it and feed it through, and you don't have to ever change it.
Yep, that's what my mother does.
When I was deep in research about the Juki brand, I believe, unless I'm making it up, I discovered that Juki makes a serger that threads itself. I think it uses a mechanism of like airflow to pull the threads through itself.
I feel like I have seen that on videos.
Yeah, and I was like, wow, that's witchcraft.
Yeah. Juki would be the one to have that witchcraft.
Right. Oh my God. Yeah, I had to cut. I'm cutting the 2 3/8 inch pieces. And so I cut 2 strips in the hopes that each strip would give me 4, and it did. And this is how much is left.
Dang, yo.
That little guy dangling off the edge because the thing didn't trim quite right. Yeah, actually it trimmed perfectly. It just kind of got hooked on itself, but that was
living on the
impressive.
edge.
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about if the other fabrics are going to be enough, but like they're fab quarters, so they've got to be. But like, I see those big numbers and I get stressed. But anyways, I got 1 fabric down. Gonna do my best not to get this in the sink while I do the second fabric. Oh Lord.
Yes.
How wide does this need to be?
Wide enough.
Oh my God, there's so many bugs here. Don't tell Marilyn y'all heard me say that. If any of you heard me to say that.
I heard you.
Ant problem, and like she doesn't even acknowledge. I mentioned her ant problem, and she's like, "We don't have an ant problem. Like, there's ants right there.
Oh
I've always had an
my
ant problem
god.
the entire time. Like, I'm looking at ants right now, going after like the ittiest bit of scrap of dog food, but they are tiny ants. And I'm wondering if this is just part of my mother not admitting that she can't see.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Alicia,
Yeah.
so remember the time we were hanging out and I dropped my like nearly full bottle of like gold cap faultless on my floor and it's like broken? I
Dead.
was like, what am I
Yeah.
gonna do? And then I remembered that you bought this, and I think you bought it to give to me, or you really wanted it but couldn't take it because liquids. But either way, I have this, and I'm using this acorn spray, and the little
How is
mist
it?
bottle is really nice. It is nice, and it
I'm
starches
glad to
good.
hear it. Nice. I'm glad to hear it.
Yes. Thanks, Alicia.
You're welcome. I am using the mat that you got me. The chalk the other day decided to claw, so now like the squishy side has little like marks in it. Jackass, but
What's happening?
like usually he goes at my
Go get
purse,
him.
but
He's just sitting
no.
right by the vacuum. Oh, okay. Oh, you know what? I haven't fed him. If you want to give him like some fingers full of nib, you could give him some nib. He gets like, you just scoop up some nib with like your fingertips.
Okay.
Not very much. He need those nibs.
Food.
You gotta walk away. He needs time, privacy.
You're a stinky man. You're a little man. You're a stinky poop. And you like to poop. A lot.
Good song right there.
It's not that different from the songs I myself sing about Mookie.
Oh, can they hear me singing?
Yes, they can hear you singing about Mookie. Yeah,
And he loves to poop.
he do. He old poopy man. Oh, he's eating those nibs. He's chomping. Yeah. So Alicia, you know that set of cards I showed you online that would like be the physical resource to tell you all about your spells in D&D as a warlock? And it
Yeah.
was like $17 online. Well,
Yeah.
instead I rolled up to Dr. Nose and bought it for $30 in person.
Supporting local business.
Supporting local business. And
So
also
much
I've
more
got
money though.
it is so much more money. And I found out they have a deck for martial classes and or really weird races. And I've got a Genasi character and an Asimar character. And those cards are in there. So I got that one too.
Oh, there was an ASMR character in the game yesterday, and at first I thought she just said ASMR, and I was like, "Oh, cool, I can jam out to that." And then I kicked it.
You kicked it?
Yeah, it was a child, and the child had stolen things from us. Um,
Okay.
that we later found out that she was probably going to give it back to us, but like I didn't know that at the time, and so like we like physically picked her up and shook her, and like all of our stuff fell out of her pockets, and also some seashells. And I was like, these seashells are mine now. Like, you're dumb anyways because you're on the coast. Like, go get seashells right there. I'm taking these out of spite because you stole from me.
LOL. I
And
like how
so,
you just beat up an angel child. Good for you.
well, yeah. So then she kicked me in the shins for stealing her seashells that, like, she probably fucking stole anyways. So
From
I
the
kicked her in
ocean.
the shins back, and that was when Haley was like, "Okay, so this is an angel child. Were you aware of that?" And I was like, "No, of course I was not aware of it." And
You're
she's
like,
Like,
how
like,
would I have
"Okay, well,
known?
everybody just saw you kick a small angel child. So everybody hates you." And I was like, "They do not. The kid deserved it." And she's like, "Okay, roll for persuasion." Um,
Oh,
and and with my points, I ended up with a 24, so I kicked the kid again.
I mean, you're
my
a very
response would have been,
persuasive tiefling.
like, did you know you kissed an angel? I went, no. If I had known that, I would have stabbed it.
Yes, that's how you teeth. That's the way to do
Exactly.
it.
I don't care if the kid was going to give it back. I didn't know that. I wasn't given any sort of warning. You let her sneak into my bedroom while I was drunk last night.
Dang. That child's not acting like an angel.
No, it's a very poorly behaved child. Deserve that
Yeah.
kick. Okay. 3 and 7/8. Oh God. And of course this thing is 3.5. That's fine.
Oh,
That's fine. I'm
yeah.
just gonna eyeball that last eighth of an inch. That's absolutely what we do in quilting is eyeball things. What could possibly go wrong here?
Right? How disappointed could I possibly be?
In myself.
Right? In
Turns out,
myself. Very.
exceptionally.
Yeah.
The
I
flip
was
side
pretty
of me
bummed.
having done absolutely no quilting is and doing all this garment construction, which has the 5/8 of an inch seam allowance.
Ugh.
Oh, it's so rough, isn't
Man,
it?
caution to the wind. Who
Yeah, and I've got
cares?
steam allowance all fucking day, man.
Yeah,
Almost a whole
can't,
inch.
I, I could freaking eyeball this all day. I have all
Did
the
you,
wiggle room in the world.
Chris, did
I
you
think
already
some of
show
this
off
is
your works?
uh before you went in, yes, a little
Oh,
bit.
okay.
Um, here. This is the fruits of today, where I've
Beautiful. I
added
love it.
ruffling.
Hell
It is
Nice.
yeah.
it is sleeving. I am now I've decided that I'm going to do these sleeve headings out of the excess softened stable I have from that bag,
Oh, that
because I
is
All
think
so
it'll,
smart.
right.
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's gonna work out great.
Yeah.
And
Woohoo.
unlike this pattern that's like you do take this piece and fold it in half and do these things, I don't think I need to fold it in half. I'm just going to cut it in half and have
Ha ha
two
ha.
without having to cut out two, because this stuff is already
Oh,
thick and poofy.
nice. Very nice.
I ended up with a ton of bag stabilizer because I think I got the wrong stuff in the beginning or something like that. But I realized that I have enough of it that I should be able to use it in my one block wonder, which since I went with that crazy shape at the end is actually like necessary.
Mm.
Oh, a crazy shape? Like with
Uh-huh.
rigid edges, like dug, 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 instead of straight?
I don't know how to math. Oh my God. I didn't do 3 and 7/8. I did 3 and 5/8. This is trash. It's okay. Um,
Oh,
let me get my thoughts back, and then I'll get back to your question. Um,
yep.
the one block wonder, I am not finishing. So it's hexy. So usually you have to like finish it either appliquing it down on a surface or like cutting funky stuff to like get it to be rectangle at the
Give him
end.
some cat treats. Yeah, sing a song about
Um,
it while you do.
I am I am not doing that. I am going to leave it all crazy hexy.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, where are my instructions?
Taylor was singing a song about Mookie being stinky and poopy, and everyone heard it. It was great.
It was.
Yes, we did.
10 out of 10. I would like to hear it again. We haven't. We recorded it, so we can't hear it again.
We
Yes,
can hear
it will
again.
live forever.
She'll be, I don't know if she'll be mortified, but I'm delighted.
It's okay. It was really soft in the background.
It was very gentle. It was gentle.
Inside of sleep. Okay. Alright.
Kick my oven, will you? Slam my oven, will you?
Yes, I will. And I would do it again.
He slammed my oven with him footy. My pure oven. I caught you, stinky man. You stinky.
Oh, hey, you stinky.
Oh, hi, beautiful. I'm thankful that you're on video and not in person, so I don't have to smell you.
Bye-bye.
Oh, yes, this is going to be great.
Yeah?
Back
Yeah.
stabilizer.
Woo!
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Gotta get that shoulder pad energy.
Absolutely. Like, I am not even done pinning this in, and this just is like puffing this out gorgeously.
Yay!
Much volume.
I'm glad we just barely teamworked it, but I'm glad it happened.
Yeah, it was enough. I needed it. And I'm also very happy to not have to buy another thing for this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where did you end up getting trim from?
Amazon, actually.
Ooh, nice.
I ended up finding what I liked on Amazon.
Cool beans.
So you can see both bits of trim on this. Where we
Okay.
have a very, very narrow guy right here that's like gold with a little bit of blue.
Yeah.
And then a much chunkier cross one that is all gold.
Did you do that on the sewing machine or by hand?
Sewing machine.
Ooh, nice.
I stitched it down. I had gold thread on hand, so.
Yeah.
I had initially had different plans for that gold thread, but I'm not doing those plans right this minute. So I'll buy more gold thread later. Okay.
Oh, so I because I'm at my parents. I have Netflix right now. And like I forgot all of the shows that I actually like needed to watch, and ended up firing the last season. Fire up the last season of British Baking Show again. With Yanush in all of his glory.
I've gone through 3 seasons of Fake Show recently. Like I get it.
I
That's a
actually
bunch.
like after I finished the last episode that I watched, it was the devastating Mexican week.
Oh, stop mentioning it. Michael mentioned
Oh
it
my
last
God.
week, and I had just recovered.
Oh, I'm so
She
sorry.
mentioned Mexican week on Bake Off. Michael's laughing at me now.
Hi,
Okay,
I
but was
miss
that
you.
the episode where Janusz and Matt were talking about gay clubs? Or was that the episode before?
I don't remember. It has been.
One moment where, oh no, it wasn't even Janusz. It was, what was his name? I'm forgetting his name. The other guy. The fairly attractive guy from that season. Anyways, oh no, I think it was
Was that
Yanni. Anyways,
Sandro?
doesn't matter. It might have been Sandro. I don't remember. I don't remember which one it was. Anyways, I did after like it was like that episode was like no, brain stop. And brain reminded me of Wednesday, which I have not watched yet. So I just watched the first episode of Wednesday, and I quite enjoyed it.
I think
I,
Wednesday's nice.
I've heard it's good. We have not done it.
I think it's worth it. I think it's like what,
Okay.
8 episodes?
8 or 10, yeah.
Yeah, me and Becca watched it all for Thanksgiving. Fun. It was fun.
It's a nice, gentle twist on Adam's family.
Okay.
They had side characters I really liked.
Yeah.
So overall, like good throwbacks, good references, like cool set design, side characters to care about. I liked all the older women. I feel like they really carried the show. they were really like powering it up to the next level.
I mean, they did have like Catherine Zeta-Jones and Christina Ricci in it, so like all-star
Gwendolyn
cast.
Christie. Yeah, they got some really stellar women powering, and I really liked them.
Yeah.
I ended up really liking Gomez Adams. That was great. The dad. So yeah, overall, recommend.
I like the academy setting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed that they kind of did that like in a good way. They did the modern horror twist on it, the modern teen horror twist on it, where like it's an academy of supernaturals. Like, cool. I like this for this particular thing. Like, we have figured out how to do this now. It was rocky for a while there, but we have like harnessed the trope, and it has to be good now.
Because, I feel like for a long time after Harry Potter, it's like, what is there left to say about magic boarding school? And Wednesday found other things to say about what's happening in a magic boarding school.
Right. It was like you either have Harry Potter or you have that cartoon that we had the cakes for that were always a bitch to make even though they were pretty.
Descendants?
No,
although those were also a bitch to make even though they were pretty.
That was the first thing I also thought of, Ashley, so thank you.
Okay.
It was like pink and blue where it was divided down the middle and you had to make black hearts on it.
That's Descendants.
Descendants.
Was it? No, Descendants was like the ombre from pink to blue.
Descendants had like 3 cakes. Descendants had so many.
Oh.
I remember piping black hearts on the Descendants cake.
Yeah.
I'm not Googling this because I disbelieve you. I'm just Googling it because like I need to see this damn thing now.
See the damn thing.
Disbelief, but look at that puffy sleeve.
Right? So puffy.
Put it back on.
Do it.
You're frozen, but I'm gonna need to see that back on your arm there. I'm sorry.
Chris, do it again.
Huh?
I wasn't close enough, but I'm not wearing glasses.
It's fine. I'm gonna put it on Mike real quick and bring him in the frame.
Yes,
because this is good for him anyway.
Yeah, we need Mike.
Doing what?
Mike.
For Mike, so he's bringing Mike on screen.
Oh, okay.
Because it's fitted
I
for
thought
him.
Mike was going to quilt with us.
No, that's Kyle.
Kyle, okay.
Kyle's currently real busy.
Mike is Chris's husband.
Gotcha.
Oh, right, because the cake I'm thinking of was Descendants 3, but it would have been an earlier one than that, I guess.
Yeah, there was like 3 Descendants cakes.
And the only ones that are coming up that I recognize are all the Descendants 3 cake.
Come over here. Come here.
Yes, come over here, Mike. Come over here.
What is the book club?
I feel like
With
you
a
must
book club.
subject yourself to
And
our
then there's
audience.
the next one in 2020.
Become viewed by us. Be
Book club.
known.
Next.
We will
It's great
perceive
for
you.
you. Like we all want to watch.
I haven't
We
seen
have
it.
nothing else to do.
So I think the original book club
0%.
met with no, that was the Jane Austen book club.
Oh,
I'm
look
down.
at that.
Oh, I like that
Wow.
movie.
That is
Wow.
a heck of a
So sweet.
sleeve.
Okay, that is gorgeous.
Woo!
That is so gorgeous.
All right, we can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
So it's not for this year's run.
Love
Jay?
it. Ooh,
Camera on,
with the
doesn't
cloud.
Obviously.
Hang on, Laura's coming.
That is some
Sorry.
amazing.
Don't go yet. Woo! Yeah,
Pan
this
up
looks
again.
so
Pan
good.
up again. Oh wow.
Woo!
Oh, wait till you get the collar that's like that. Oh boy.
That's amazing.
Starchalicious.
Yeah. Hold up. I can give
Who
you
keeps
a slightly
going?
more effect of what this will look like.
Yeah.
I like it.
The effect.
Thank you, ripping.
Thank you for humoring us, Mike.
I'm actually gonna take this off. Yes, pull it off. Give me that.
The stapling fabric.
Also, while this is happening, this is the cake I was thinking of, and it is Monster High.
Oh, Monster High. Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. That ain't
Yes,
so good.
everybody did.
My God, Monster High. I'm so distracted. I'm like starching in wrinkles.
There's this poster. Yeah, no, wait.
Monster
Oh,
High. Mike, it's too much excitement.
Yeah. That's the one I watched on the plane.
Which one was that?
80 for Brady.
I thought you.
I wanted to
Oh,
see
no, I
that.
wanted to
Knives
see
Out
that.
that you had talked about.
It
Yeah.
seemed funny.
Where,
Did you see the
um,
sequel?
That's
Clifton.
more like a
Yeah.
just 80s for Brady kind of movie night.
It was such a
Yeah.
good, it really was.
Well, I have next Monday off.
Oh
It's a
yeah,
federal
we don't.
holiday.
Yeah, we don't get
I know.
federal holidays. In fact, they announced today Ashley's very heartbroken because she had plans with someone she's
Okay.
interested in,
Oh my gosh! Wow.
and we're like,
Wow.
Very nice.
Yes.
holy
Behead
cow!
someone, Mike. Behead them.
The giant puppet.
Send them back
Lots
to
of
Germany because
screaming.
the portrait was too ugly.
Wow, that's
That's
Ashley
pretty
said
amazing.
behead them and send them back to Germany because they were too ugly.
I'm bringing those Tudor history jokes for you.
Tudor history joke. Just for you, Michael.
Oh yeah. Well, it's all because someone called me Henry VIII, so now I'm rolling with it.
Oh no.
That is amazing, like absolutely stunning.
It looks really
Thank you.
good.
Job well done.
Job not finished, but
You know you're on the way.
it's starting to look like a garment, which is exciting.
Yeah.
But now you're at that critical moment of, do you keep making it as is, or do you turn it into one of those outfits where he's a he on one side and a she on the other, and then he does a funny little number.
You can
Call
you
him-
can easily
call him
do
Silky
air
Nutmeg
sleeves on the
Ganache.
other half.
Yes, exactly.
I feel like because it's Henry, I need like 6 more sides for reasons.
Yeah. Clearly. Oh, did they not end the Tudor era at the Renaissance Fair? Like in canon? Did they move on to the next king, or am I feeling crazy?
Oh no, Henry. There was a couple more Tudors after Henry, technically.
No, I mean at the Renaissance Fair. You know how they always have a king and queen? I feel like the last time I was there, they were like, the reign of so-and-so has begun.
I don't know. We're currently on a queen. That's all I remember.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
I don't actually pay attention to that because that's not what I'm at Renfest for.
True.
Yeah, I'm at Ren Fair for the birds.
Yeah,
Birds.
and the glass blowing and the tea house.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the lady
We,
who plays
as
Cameron
usual this
Dulcimer.
year, had like a solid 45-minute conversation with the chef.
Yes.
My favorite thing last time I was there was just like a lady in a pavilion playing hammered dulcimer, and there was like plenty of seating, and there was like actually a ceiling fan. So it was like I think a pretty prime spot. Just
Yeah, so
hammered
literally the best
dulcimer.
place in the entire Red Fest because it was like 900 degrees, I'm sure, because it always is.
Yes. And there was shade, and there was air movement, and there
Oh
was hammered
God.
dulcimer. Wow.
I don't like. I'm whatever. Like hammer dulcimer, I'm not going to diss on. I don't hate it. I don't have like strong feelings either way on it. But the rest of it, like yes, absolutely. Like
I think
that and a Dole Whip,
hmm.
and I'm. It's the best Ren Fest ever.
Yeah, I'm fond of hammered dulcimer because we performed a piece in college that had hammered dulcimer as like the instrument other than women's voices, and it turns out there's like in the southeast there's only like one pro hammered dulcimer player other than this one guy who works at KSU who plays every percussion instrument known to God. And if you grew up in Georgia, he came to your school and did like a percussion demonstration. And apparently, this man is a G dang legend. And so they paid him $500 to play hammer dulcimer instead of like flying this dude in from West Virginia to play hammer dulcimer.
Try this again. And it's the correct way, Christopher. Well, because of the way I did this, there are technically seams in this, and those seams do not need to be against the fabric, or it will not create a smooth effect.
Oh.
And I already knew that from the first piece, and forgot.
Yeah. It's
It happens.
literally every moment of every day of my life.
I already knew that from the first time I did this, but I still asked it.
I did it right the first time.
Oh
Oh,
my God, just like I just asked up what I'm doing here. How did I do that? Oh, because I can't. Oh my God.
did the hammer
reading the
dulcimer do a little
wrong-
curse on you?
I'm reading the wrong set of numbers.
Oh.
Yeah, this one has on like the sides, it has the numbers both ascending and descending. So like I saw the one on the end and I was like, okay, this is going in the right direction because there's a 7, but like I completely ignored the 11 directly above the 1 and the 5 directly below the 7. So I cut it to 5 inches instead of 7 inches.
No. No.
I don't have
I'm
a ton
sorry.
of this fabric, but that's okay. We're gonna make this work.
Just sew some pieces together.
Pull it, Ashley.
Exactly. Yep. 100%.
Okay, so oh good heavens. So I need this to actually be 7 1/4. Yeah, this is gonna be tight. I might have to go with the medium shade in the middle, just because that might be the only thing I have fabric left on.
Aww. Okay. Bless you. Who was that?
They said bless you, Mike. Yeah.
Oh.
That was him
You're
sneezing.
everything.
Well, that wasn't my big sneeze. That was Mike's big sneeze.
This is what I have to live with every day. And then he wonders why I'm losing my hearing.
State of the grade 4.
I mean, I guess then you could milk that.
Yeah, you can learn from Kurt. Like Kurt will teach you the way.
You know what? Fair. It has been a minute since I need to go see him. Not you, Alicia. Just your parents.
No, I get it. It's fine.
Like I felt like I had to invite you to my wedding because I was inviting your parents.
They were never gonna figure out how to get there without me.
You were necessary to get them there.
Yeah.
Accessory to parents.
Yeah. My God, there's so many ants.
Oh, Alicia, I might be in Florida next February.
Nice. I might be in Florida as
somewhere.
well.
Just in case, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I guess technically now, Alicia, you don't have to be in Florida.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair. I could be wherever I want, technically. I pay rent in Florida, though.
You do currently pay rent in Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your parents are there, so.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, like 12 seconds after that book started doing well, like literally on Mother's Day, my mom was like, why don't you start looking now for an apartment so you can get out of the ghetto before your lease is up? And I was like, no, I'm waiting because I would like to save up money to eventually buy a little tiny house of my own one day. So like I should just stay in the ghetto because I don't want to move 8 million times. And then like 2 minutes after I started to have some luck with that book, I was like, let me see what apartments are in the $1,500. It was immediate. And like I am sincere on every step of this. Okay. Like when Marilyn asked me that, I was 100% serious, was not even crossing my mind. But like that happened, and I was like,
but then
I don't need to live like this anymore. Except like I kind of do because everything in my area is either complete shit or like $3,000.
Oh my God.
And there is no like happy in between. There's no like rock ledge here that like, decent.
Oh, Rockledge is all of this in this area is getting crazy because it's a stadium.
Oh yeah. But like you know what I mean. There's no that mid-level sort of Rockledge thing.
That area around Rockledge, by the way, they have put in I think 4 more complexes.
Like not surprised. Yep.
It's a lot.
Okay, so this needs to be 3 and 7/8, right? That's what I'm getting.
Where did this dirty plate come from? I did all the dishes. Taylor.
But like, meanwhile, my stress level has reached. Wintergreen is my favorite flavor of Tums, but berry is a nice change of pace.
No. Alicia, did you play? Did you get to play with your friend, your actual friend that you know who like gave you the OneNote template?
No, that's James. You met James.
Are you playing with James?
No, it's my friend Haley that I'm playing with.
Lame. James seems cooler.
James doesn't play online. Just let that happen. James.
He helped Alicia more than Haley.
This is true, yes.
Don't get me wrong. I like James.
I don't remember James at all for context. This name brings no image or sound to mind. Complete deadness.
He is the other friend with the creepy girlfriend now wife that like made things a mess at Tsunami. Yeah.
Oh, that's him? Oh,
that's
James isn't cool. He's not cool. He is more helpful than Haley, but no, not cool. Wow.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's James.
You excuse. Where him? Mookie on chair. Wow. Chair time USA. Being on chair so quality. Oh, that chair over there. Yeah, he'd be liking it.
Just be favoriting.
Mm.
You move that chair to his top 4 friends. And chair, you know.
Friendship ended with kitchen table chair. Friendship begun with living room chair. So you guys got cauliflower without me? I'm extremely disheartened.
It's not.
Oh, come
Okay.
fuck you, Bobbin.
The battle cry.
I can't get over it that it's like still sunlight at Anne's house.
Well, she's
Oh,
an
yeah.
hour off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Look at
it's
that. Look at that
only
evening
8 o'clock
light.
here. Yeah, we still have
Hmm.
sunlight. Yeah, we've got daylight still.
Wow. It's full darkness, but I also do live in every shadow.
Yeah.
I mean, no, actually, I agree. It is.
No, it's full darkness. Yeah. It's
Um,
100% darkness on the East Coast right now. Oh,
Yeah,
I
like
guess I'm
I
further east than you guys, but like at my point east, it is full dark.
I would say looking out my window, it is nearly full dark. But that could just be the fact that I am near the stadium and therefore there are some lights. And there is absolutely no tree cover here.
That's my breakfast tomorrow, probably. Tomatoes can be special treat as long as I don't eat my 1 ounce clusters. I figured it out. I figured out how to eat pizza. Tomato special treat, no clusters.
What are clusters?
So I found these keto-friendly dark chocolate, coconut, quinoa, sunflower seed, pumpkin seed cluster situations at Aldi for a reasonable price. And because I don't eat sugar or like crackers or chips, they taste amazing. And they're so crispy. I don't know what they did to those seeds, but they're incredible.
Have you been able to get to the doctor recently? Have you gotten any sort of like diagnosis or anything yet?
They look like this and they smell great. So I had my first one where they didn't do my physical because no one told me to fast. And then I went and got my blood work done. And then I waited a month. And then I had my next doctor's appointment. And the actual doctor is on maternity leave. So her partner in the practice was who I met with. And basically, even though I fasted, we didn't do a physical because they're going to wait until the doctor is back. And that's when they'll do the physical. And she basically went
when is
through
the
all the
doctor back?
numbers in September.
That seems really far off.
I agree. But, you know, I'm already living the way that I'm living. And was
fair.
going to keep doing it anyway. So, and so they were like, went through all the numbers and like we're happy with how the high blood pressure medication worked. Like I turned in my high blood pressure diary that I'd been keeping faithfully, like taking my blood pressure, taking my medicine and recording the numbers and all that biz for 30 days. And it's like the one side of the sheet only had like 12 days on it, but I had flipped it over and just kept going for the whole month. And she didn't even flip it over. I was like, oh no, I did the full month. It's on the back. And she was like, oh, because I'm like, do people just give up? You told me to do it for a whole month. But anyhow, at the end of the appointment, I said, you know, I tried to make sure I was like questioning my own biases or motivations, but I guess I just wondered because this is how it was for my brother, and we're related, and we have a similar history, even though we have really different like dietary habits. I was wondering why I wasn't prescribed something like metformin last time when that sort of seems to be how it is. And she was like, you know, once you're on medication for a lot of things, it's just forever. And for you, your pre-diabetes numbers are so low that this is completely reversible. If you continue to lose weight, you just never have to have diabetes. This doesn't have to be a problem for you. Because I'm like 1 point, like 1/10 of a point into the pre-diabetes measurement. And my other numbers looked good. So I was like, rad, killing it on the diseases of the father. But then they were like looking at one of the other numbers, and she was like, if this doesn't go down later, then we might send you to get a liver ultrasound because it could be indicative of a fat deposit on your liver or fatty liver, which we know from my mom, you can just, you know, through genetics and poor diet, you can get cirrhosis of the liver without even being an alcoholic. So there I am getting walloped by the diseases of the mother, you know, one for one. There we go. But yeah, so I guess they're like, keep trying to lose weight, add exercise, continue diet changes, hopefully just become not diabetic, get my pancreas to fucking behave, I guess. And like I don't even use olive oil anymore. I have like avocado oil, and I cut my cheese consumption because they were like, fats based on animals. Y'all, there's a cat here again. So that's the biz with the doctor, and that's why I wasn't prescribed anything. That's the biz thus far.
Okay. I started taking metformin before they even had my A1C, but okay.
Yeah. I mean, hers was like, she was like, you know, they just kind of make people feel like they can cheat and kind of misbehave, and or like, she didn't say like abuse yourself blood sugar wise, but that was like implied. Um, and
Like,
so, but
I cannot imagine that this is not the case, but she is fully aware that your father died of diabetes, right?
so I did mention it. We did have a
Okay.
brief chat. I don't think she's as informed as the doctor, but we did mention it. But I feel like at a certain point, like if it's something you say to multiple people every day and have said to multiple people every day for like your entire career and you were trained in a certain way, I'm sure it's like really hard for people's lived reality to catch up with you and change your like script.
Right. No, that's totally fair. And you'll see that other doctor in September. That other doctor is Robbie's doctor, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so hopefully if anything, at least like you're on the path to getting, all of the numbers in, and you are doing this thing where you're going to be better off regardless. And then
Mhm.
hopefully once you see Robbie's doctor, you can go back to that conversation. Like,
Yeah. Cuz I'm like, I don't know, I guess if my like blood sugar is so low that I'm not like accumulating like damage to all my tiny tissues and ventricles and shit, like great. But I
right.
currently don't understand how that's happening to me. She says that's not a concern right now. I don't need medication. So even though I still feel unsure, I just have to trust Dr. Sophie.
I
Yeah.
mean, if you don't ultimately need medication, though, that's amazing.
Yeah, yeah, that would be great. They didn't even tell me to like figure out like taking blood sugar readings. Like they don't want me pricking my finger and doing readings. They're like basically just keep doing your diet changes and add exercise so your good cholesterol number can be higher. And they were like, just change this one thing, like the meat, cheese, like animal based fat number. They were like, change that. So I'm like, okay, so I don't eat butter now. Sad, but all right, we're doing it. I don't really eat meat anyway, so it's just the cheese and the butter. But anyway, that's the biz. Thanks for hearing my health biz.
Yeah, that. Oh, okay. So I think can you guys still hear me? Can you
What
guys
Huh?
still hear
happened?
me?
Yeah.
Can you guys still hear me? Okay. So my headphones are beeping angrily like they are about to die. So I
Oh.
think I gotta call it a night. Oh yeah, I guess we have been at it for about 2 hours.
It
Been some
doesn't feel like
time.
it.
No, it
No, it's
doesn't.
not
And I
long.
certainly have not gotten nearly as much progress as usual, but I guess being in my parents' house and their kitchen does not help. So we are not meeting this Sunday. We are meeting next Sunday. Next Sunday is going to be the
Woman Joe.
paper piecing.
Mm.
So that is an all hands on deck that is possible. And then I guess we will base. Oh God, this is making so many angry sounds right now. We'll touch base on this if we need to stick with this for another session or if we're good to go. I think Anne's crew is already like pretty far along in this though, so we'll probably skip to the next project for our next Wednesday meeting. Looking excellent, Ashley.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I am going to end the broadcast now.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Please, bye. This is the worst part of StreamYard.